I called it Polaris because that was the name of the spy organization that I used to run back when I was undercover for a few years, and I had 70 field agents working for me and a staff of 9 handlers, and like, and all it was just for this little MMORPG,
That's
called
hilarious.
Eve
Okay, that's
Online.
hilarious. Okay, nice.
You
Oh well,
know,
Eve, there's real money involved in that. I
there is
always
real
thought about,
money. I was making three
yeah.
grand a month running that. Okay,
Dude,
Wow.
that's a
I
video
almost
game.
got into that specifically to try to get a part of that battle and see if I could make real money. I was thinking about setting up a fleet of people who used like some sort of cloaking ships
Just for this little
to do,
MMORPG.
like,
It's
well,
called Eve
basically come out of
Online.
nowhere, hit your
You
target, and
know,
disappear.
Yeah, that's Black Ops, and I was the best Black Ops fleet commander in the
Mhm.
game. And
Yeah.
basically, what I would do is I'd have my agents, and then and I tell them, okay, anytime you see a capital ship or larger, out in space, give me give me its coordinates, give me its
Yeah.
location, tell me the time of day that it's there, what is it doing, how at what distance do they warp into certain anomalies, what kind
Just
of
all the
weapon systems do
details,
they
yeah.
use, like, just all the small little details. And I'd collect this information in a spreadsheet over time, and like I'd be tracking like 80, 90,
Patterns and whatnot,
120
yeah.
different potential targets around the entire galaxy. And my
Well, what
group,
about?
my
I always wanted to get. Oh, sorry, good. Sorry, I'm
good.
cutting you off. Go on. I was just gonna say the fountainhead. I was always like, apparently like controlling that is really authentically profitable. I was like, how do you get control of that? You know?
Yeah, well, Fountain is one of the richest places in the entire game, but what's even harder to hold than Fountain is
Mhm.
Delve. Delve is even fucking harder. Like, Delve is Blood Raider space, so they call it DQPB, which is Delve, Aquarius, and Period Basis, which are these 3 regions that are next to each other. But they're so in the far southwest corner of the map that they are so like not anywhere. It's so they call it Fortress Delve. It's basically unconquerable. It's extremely hard to conquer.
Interesting.
And my group lives there basically, and we've held that space. And there's like a huge fucking war that happened recently, and then I actually was undercover during that war, working for the enemy basically,
Mhm.
and then like and I tapped into all their communications and fed it directly to my dudes, and so the surveillance software, I basically like hacked everything, so we were getting like in real time intel on what the enemy was doing. Like it gets to the point where like they would talk. I would have an agent inside of their channels, and we would be scraping, their fleet commands, their military ops channels, and they're like, "Okay, we're going to create a fleet. Here's our objective. This is what we're going to go do." And like, "Okay, start forming." And I just told this one guy, like, "Hey, man, just get a Sino at this Stargate. Sit outside the Stargate, and the Sino basically is a beacon that you light in space so that you can jump a ship to that location without it like crashing into the sun or whatever." So he moves the sinusoidal beacon right next to the Stargate, and I tell him the exact second they're about to jump through the Stargate. And then as soon as they do, he jumps as Titan on top of the Stargate, and then they come out the other side of the Stargate, and he uses his bosonic nuke and blows the shit out of all of them instantly.
Oh wow, that's
And
fun.
that cost the enemy like $75, $75 in damage, like, yeah. But I mean, there's been times like where like I'd kill like $600 ships, $2,000 ships. I done crazy ass shit. And in my Black Ops team, I ran my Black Ops team. And the best part about my Black Ops team is that I could move it across the map instantly because I had a network of guys who were scanning down wormholes, and you could daisy chain wormholes and show up. Your fleet will show up at random locations of the map, but eventually you'll make it to where you're going because as long as you find an
Because you
exit hole.
understand the wormholes or something like that, I guess, and
Yeah,
it
well,
would go through this
we have
combination
guys.
or something, or what?
There's like 6,000 different solar systems in the galaxy, and you have guys all over the place scanning down wormholes to see where they are, and then we put them in a big spreadsheet in real time and map their locations, and then we could actually calculate distances between certain holes. So I go through one hole in the south west side of the map. I'll end up in the northeast side, and then I'll go through another hole that's 5 jumps away from there, and then that hole will put me into the central galaxy, and then 5 jumps from that hole, I'll end up in the target area, which is in the southeast instead. And it's just like just daisy chain it together. So I can move I can move the fleet easily across the map. And then also we deploy like these little fortresses and shit like everywhere, and then just leave arms, just leave guns, leave ships, leave ammo, just leave resources just sitting there in these stations. And then we would be able to clone jump, which means transfer our consciousness to a clone body that we would just leave behind at those stations. And then we just instantly jump clone to those locations, get into those ships, form up our fleet, and then one of my spies would just light a beacon and then drop our Black Ops fleet right on top of the $600 ship and fucking kill it instantly, and then leave just as quickly as we got there.
So when you destroy like a $600 ship, what do you get? You get, I guess, at least materials. But if you destroy it, do you get like the ship?
Oh, you get its weapons. You get a whole bunch of shit out of it. And in some cases, you could steal the ship if they eject. But yeah, like, yeah, I mean, you can take them. I have taken them many times. So I have done grand larceny. I have done robbery. I am a total scumbag in that fucking game. And, I was the shadow broker of EVE Online for 2 years straight. Every piece of intel from every single group in the entire game I had coming, and I was basically selling intel to everyone's enemies and shit, and basically creating proxy wars on my own. It's hilarious. And I made $3,000 a month doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty profitable in and of itself. Yeah, just info.
So that was my invention, was that Polaris intelligence surveillance system, basically.
Nice. Fascinating. Nice. In-depth. Very pleasant.
Yeah, I found a backdoor in the Discord, and I was basically taking all their Discord messages and relaying them to other people.
Wow. Oh my gosh. What a dick. That's great. I love it.
Rip.
I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back.
You reminded me that whenever I play video games, I, for some reason, have, like, morals about them. Like, I'm against stealing, but I'm not against killing, which is really weird.
Oh, okay. Must be because of contribution love language.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't realize that was part of our love language. Dude, there's a guy... Oh, shoot. That was a very timely exit. It just happened out of nowhere. Yeah, that was a interesting conversation. I didn't know he had so much hacking experience.
That was quick.
Huh?
It's hard to call it hacking, but
That was quick.
Is it hacking? Is it not?
no, he's not hacking. He's not.
What is it? What is it
He's
called?
he's just collecting data, and then he's fucking the DevOp. He's, the spy op man.
Oh, he's collecting...
All the information goes through him, and then he uses it.
Okay, so he's just collecting...
There's no hacking. He's not like... Everything's like fair,
Yeah.
Like, for example, there's an agent out on the field, and the agent sees something, relays that information to him. Or he's gotten into Discords, and he's scraping the Discords. But it's not like he, hacked into the Discord. He just got in.
He social engineered his way in.
I don't know. But
You don't know?
I don't know how he gets in, but yeah, he's not hacking in.
Well, yeah. Well,
Chase isn't a programmer. He doesn't know how to program.
Oh, okay.
Well, he knows I'm sure he does a little bit, but he's not, extremely proficient.
Well,
He's not good.
if he knows how to do it, I think you could still call him a hacker.
I don't think you know what hacking is, but...
What is hacking?
Creating a program that uses an exploit that's open from a program.
It's an exploit where you've gained unauthorized access to something. So, for example, you can go into, a video game, and you hack a video game, which is AKA you're fucking taking control of the video game, and you're not supposed to have control over the video game. Or if you hack Discord, you're like, you're essentially like, for example, you're hacking into someone's account, sort of thing.
Right,
I've
I
gained
understand. I understand that it's forceful.
But it's unauthorized. That's the idea. Like, I'm not supposed to be able to do that.
So the things that
Good at
Chase
it. Get a
was
job.
so the things that Chase was doing, he was supposed to be able to do.
Yeah. So, like, for example, he's supposed to be able to see an incoming ship and use that information wisely.
Oh, I see.
Right? It's not like he, like... It's not like he hacked into the EVE Online account and then, like, saw that there's something he wasn't supposed to see or whatever.
Hmm.
You didn't cheat the game.
I see. He played.
No, he never cheated, no.
He played by the rules.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, when he was getting into that stuff, it reminded me that when I was playing Skyrim, I actually... I was an assassin, but I hated the Thieves Guild because I didn't want to steal. Like, it was okay for me to, like, go out and kill people, but I wasn't going to be a dirty thief. But for some reason...
But it's a game.
Huh?
I said, but it's a game.
Yeah.
Some immersion involved.
Huh?
Like there's some immersion involved, I suppose, in those games.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna, like, if I stole something, I wasn't gonna, cry about it or something, but at the same time, I don't know, it just didn't feel good. Like, I met the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, and I was like, y'all suck. Y'all are terrible. And it's just like their attitudes turned me off, and I also didn't want to go around sneaking around picking people's pockets and stuff. But slitting them in the throat was fine.
Like in Skyrim, I would have stolen everything that wasn't nailed down
Yeah.
to sell it.
Yeah, I noticed that guys are very, like, ruthless when they play video games. I'm not. I'm very much not. I don't know why.
Like 6, 7 times.
You gotta
each
simulate
time
being
I
a
did it
pirate
different.
and taking over.
Yeah, I guess so. Are you... I hope you're eating steak, Jake.
No,
Oh, no.
I don't have hands. I can't cook.
What?
Yeah, because you're a loser who broke their finger.
Yeah.
Oh. So what are you eating?
The main issue is that I can't do my
Pussy.
dishes.
Oh. So what are you eating?
Don't worry about it.
You're eating garbage, aren't you?
I wouldn't say it's that bad, but it's not great either.
I'll be the judge of how bad it is.
Not that bad, then you can say, right?
Well, like with her, it's like if it's not meat, then it's bad. So.
That's not true. If it's not whole
Oh,
foods.
plus pomegranates or something.
If it's not whole food, then it's bad.
Pomegranate is the best.
Whole food.
Yeah.
What do you consider whole food?
Food that isn't a packaged product and doesn't need to be in order to exist.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't have sugar.
That's good.
I love how Vexen just fucking
I'm
crawls.
I'm eating protein cereal.
Oh, that's
I like to
that's
move it.
not
Move
bad.
it.
That's not bad, Jake.
For some reason, I still thought you were gonna yell at me. For some reason,
Why?
because you always do that.
I always yell at you?
Because he's a wimp.
Stop yelling at him.
I wasn't even aware that I did that. I'll stop
You're gonna be
doing
like, "Oh my god, that has this chemical in it that I found out about yesterday."
Chances are I found out about it about 3 years ago.
Probably.
But that wouldn't have been as funny.
Yeah. I guess not. but
It's. I feel like I'm gonna like eat meat, and then like a year from now, you're gonna yell at me for like cooking it.
I mean, why would I do that?
That's horrible. Blah blah blah.
Actually, I'd probably yell at you for not cooking it. But even then, I do eat raw meat, so no. I eat meat raw
Raw?
and yeah.
You do the tartar thing, huh?
Yeah, it tastes delicious. It tastes like
Are you Russian? Do you have Russian like heritage or something?
Native American.
Yeah, I mean I got the Native American. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a Native American?
What meats would you eat raw?
What meats?
Yes.
Talk about high meat or not?
Deer meat, cows, anything that's venison, I'll eat raw.
So wait, are you talking about like the
Anything that's-
mildly, the
Ruminants.
somewhat the aged meat where it's like high meat or something else?
I mean, I could do it fresh and I can do it aged. Aged honestly tastes better raw. I mean, no, if it tastes way better cooked, but comparing raw to raw, aged meat tastes better than fresh meat sometimes.
Interesting. Very interesting. Never got into raw meat.
It was something that I just naturally gravitated to once I was already because I was that weird kid that really liked butcher shops. So I don't know. I just like I would watch. I would be a little.
I never
kid.
knew that kid, but I can gather where that would go.
Were you a fucking serial killer? Like what the hell?
Yes, when I was a child, I killed 17 people with my bare hands.
She killed my protein cereal.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
But yeah, I
And then she ate them raw.
I also loved handling raw meat when I was a kid for some reason. Like whenever.
Don't take that out of context.
Oh my goodness, that is.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I was
I
talking
wasn't paying
about.
attention, but that's what I heard that and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that.
I did not think that. I was about to agree with you and say yeah, but then that's even worse now.
I was talking about when I was a kid too. Y'all need to calm down.
That's why I thought it was problematic.
Yeah.
You were like, oh yeah, I was just handling raw meat yesterday. I was like, okay, who cares?
Yeah. Well, yeah, whenever my grandma was like chopping up some kind of soup, I would always ask to help her with the raw meat because I wanted to touch it.
I tried
Pause.
chopping up soup once. I got soup everywhere. It was a real mess.
Stew meat, Vexen.
Can I help you handle your meat?
God.
Oh.
Good God, Jake. You really need to do something about that brain of yours.
I probably need to stop working with a bunch of incels.
Probably, yeah. They're probably influencing you with their.
Yeah, they really disgust me, but then I come on here and be a hypocrite, so whatever.
You
Like,
come on there.
observe, but don't go native.
Yeah.
Why is Vexen so quiet compared to the rest of y'all?
Because
I'm whispering.
he's not whispering actually.
Oh, he's down a percentage or few.
Yeah, it's because he was too loud in the past.
Yeah.
I was not. Probably.
You wouldn't know.
I
Sure.
wouldn't know, because like
I
Discord does weird shit with the audio. You'll be talking normal and it'll be like here one day and it'll be up here and then it'll be down there and it's like, what are you doing, Discord?
Discord. Yeah, it has done that before. You're right.
Mm.
Why'd
Is
you
that
just
number-
tag me in that? Why did you just tag me and Elizabeth in that
What?
This
crystal witch?
this
Yeah.
microphone is so sensitive. It picks up like every freaking crunch. It's so annoying.
Yeah, but it'd make for a
Oh.
great ASMR commercial for like potato chips or something.
Hi, this is Bea for Lay's.
Are you eating
Yeah.
Lay's?
The crunchy
No.
Lay's, the salty flavor, the texture
Okay.
on my tongue as it gives way to the biological forces
This
of my
is my
saliva
Lay.
breaking it down. Oh, so very nice.
Hey girl, observe my lay. Is this the way to getting your number.
Oh, Jake, come on.
I'd like to handle your meats.
I will handle your meat with Lay's.
Hmm?
That might
Wait a
not. That might
second.
not work. Lays are pretty weak.
I'll
Do you-
handle
do
your
you-
meat with
do you-
ruffles.
Do you know how big my meat is? It's not.
Damn. I'll ruffle your meat with my Lay's.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't you essentially saying that you're just gonna handle your meat with air because, like, that's like half the bag,
Yeah, exactly.
if not more?
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Dude,
It's all about the profit, my guy.
Dude, my coworkers keep going on and on about how they had it so good back in their day. They're like, well, not my coworkers, my managers. They're like old, and they keep on going on about how, oh, back in the day we used to have $2 and we bought like the entire candy store, and it was like, that's great. Y'all keep reminiscing about poisoning yourselves. Jesus
You
Christ.
guys keep jacking off to stuff that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's Pumpkinhead.
Oh, who the fuck is Pumpkinhead?
You.
I am?
Pumpkinhead.
I'm definitely not the Pumpkinhead you
Oh, I thought
referred
you were a
to.
girl at first.
It's Dave Mustaine.
What?
A good-looking girl. Come on, give the man some credit.
That is Jesus Christ. That is
Oh
stop.
my god.
That is the
The
most
regular
disgusting
birds,
thing I've ever
Bro,
heard.
are you like secretly a lolly or
Am I
something?
secretly a
Did
lolly?
that-
Secretly,
that-
Jesus, he's got an OnlyFans. Give the man some credit.
I feel like Vexen is Pumpkinhead's uncle.
If that was a convincing girl voice to you, you probably need to get out more, because Jesus Christ.
It's not. It's just bullshit that I
seen-
do to fuck with
Okay.
people.
Have you
seen the world out there these
Enough to have a
days?
girl voice.
What about it? What about
Crazy,
the
it's
world
crazy
out there?
This is
Crazy.
What
communism
about the
at
world
its
out
finest.
there? Oh
Well, stop that. Oh, Jesus, that's so degenerate.
That's fucking awesome.
It is
Can
pretty
I
fucking
try?
funny. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't,
you
no, I
can
don't.
try.
Don't put me on the spot. I didn't think.
It's
you
fine,
actually
man.
put me
You're not on the spot.
You
What the hell?
asked for permission.
But then I realized if it goes bad, that'd be really cringe. So
No, it wouldn't. You just fucking roll with it. You accept failure when you fail, and you give all you can, and
He's
be
an
okay
SC
with it.
inferior, dude. He can't do anything.
But that's how you do
What a
it.
shame.
Just do it.
Damn.
And fuck
You
off.
better
If you
learn
fuck
how to
it up,
do
at
some
least
shit,
you did it.
buddy.
I'm sorry, that was too mean.
Yeah.
What the
that's
hell
the
was
important
that?
thing, Rich.
So you literally just said, haha, weak SE, you bitch.
Yeah. Well, no.
What are you gonna
Well,
do?
you
That's
know
right,
what?
nothing. Because
Frick
you have
you
weak
for that.
SD.
Frick me for that. That would be a very strange response, actually.
I'm sure someone will frick you for that, but I don't know who will.
No. That should never be rewarded.
It
We
shouldn't
should
be rewarded.
guys, we should keep the fricking to a minimal.
10 points for a Hugglepuff. I don't know.
No, if a girl says that you have weak SE, then you probably shouldn't fuck her, because that's disrespectful.
What if
Hey,
I want to
Bea,
be disrespectful?
I'd like to give you
What
a
if that's
butt
what I'm
hug.
into?
You're probably an SI user, and that might be alright.
I feel like you might be right, but you know.
What if I want to be disrespected crying?
Disrespect me, Daddy.
I guess that
Please
makes you
stop.
a masochist then?
That's fucking sexy, bro.
Ugh,
It's fucking great. I love it.
hate
It's
it.
fucking great. If you had sock puppets and you did voices, I think that would be fun. I think you should do that.
I should make dog puppets. I see.
Yes.
Pumpkinhead, you want to hang out?
We're
What
hanging
do you
out
think?
right now, dude. What are you talking
I'm a pretty shitty
about?
person to hang out with.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead, do you
want-
want to start a conversation? Can I ask you a question, Pumpkinhead?
Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
Pumpkinhead. Hey, Pumpkinhead. Can I ask you a question in like 10 minutes?
Ask me any fucking questions you want. I hate that y'all are all calling me Pumpkinhead just because somebody called me
You
Pumpkin.
think you changed your name and
Wait, guys.
we magically call you something else?
Fuck up, babe! You don't know the names I've had!
Dude, shut up, you stupid pumpkin fricker.
Pumpkinhead.
Fuck up,
You
man!
don't know anything.
You don't know the names I've had.
I
Seven.
definitely know your name used to be Pumpkinhead.
That's only one of the fucking 20 names
I
I've
shoved
mini
my
name.
hand in your
The
head
mini
and I
name.
took all the guts out.
I thought you were gonna go in there's no guts in his head.
There's nothing in my head. It's just two brain cells that have been destroyed by all the substance abuse.
Well, that's fair enough, but I'm pretty sure it got destroyed because I shoved my hand in your head and took all the guts out.
That sounds like murder.
No one asked Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
Oh, you right. My apologies.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
make a
quiet.
pumpkin pancake out of you.
Is it gonna be shaped like Pumpkinhead's head?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a pumpkin head out of pumpkin.
Head.
Head.
Head ass,
Go-
looking ass.
Is this where you say go ahead and do it?
I was told to shut up. Nobody cares.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
yet
good
you
advice.
still continue to talk. I'm just kidding.
You cannot even take simple directions.
My
Detention!
apologies. I'm sorry. I got two brain cells.
I didn't tell you to shut up. I just said that no one asked.
I got two
Correct.
brain cells and they're
That's-
arguing over a steak.
My input.
I rubbed my two brain cells together, and I remembered your name was Pumpkinhead.
Hmm.
Was. I've had so many names before that.
You're
You sound,
Pumpkinhead,
dude,
bitch.
you sound like
Just own
a
it.
you sound like a supervillain.
Pumpkin
What do you
doo-doo.
mean I sound like it?
What do you mean I sound like a supervillain? What are you talking about?
Pumpkinhead sounds like a really shitty DC villain.
Dude, if you just start a Twitch account, you'll make so much money.
Yeah, people are very easily entertained.
All the live chat is just gonna be, is that Corpse Husband?
I
Is
was about to say
don't
something,
even
but I
sound
don't want to get
Corpse.
banned twice.
You
Don't
got
even
banned?
sound like Corpse.
I got
Look,
banned like
I
yesterday or
would
2
sound
days
like
ago.
Corpse if
What
I
did you
talk
say?
like this, but
I
I don't
used-
talk like this.
I used the R word in a sentence.
Really?
Retard?
No.
Oh, Republican?
What? Why would you say that?
Nobody would give a fuck about the word Republican in the server.
Are
All of you are
a mama's
Republicans.
boy?
You a mama's boy. You gotta like.
You a mama's
Are you
boy.
a
It's
real
who a mama's
man?
boy.
Call me mommy and
Are
suck.
you an adult video gamer?
Wait, is who a mama's boy?
Nice.
Who's a mama's boy?
I'm only a video gamer on Saturdays. And that's
The only thing more dangerous
I
than a
played
mama's
a video
boy is a
game for the
as a
first time in
daddy's
like
girl.
3 months, like on Saturday.
what did
No,
you
Friday.
what did
Stay
you
gaming.
play?
I stay getting
I
fucked
played
up in
Hogwarts
games.
Legacy.
That's hilarious. That's not even
Did you
a
throw an anvil at somebody's head?
What did you just say?
Did you throw an anvil at somebody's head?
It's not Minecraft. What are you talking about?
No, I'm
You
talking
have to do
about
that.
that's the shit
You have to do that in the game.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm not aware of this.
I've done it before.
You find an anvil, use the Wingardium Leviosa!
I haven't really played that much of the
Jake,
game. I played
Jake,
I
I'm
played for 2
Jake,
hours.
Jake,
What?
I'm drawing you.
Okay. Hey Muffin, how are you?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey Vexen,
That's my favorite human.
Yeah, what's up?
you want me to tell you this really shitty joke in VC7?
Hashtag I
Shitty
don't want to get
VC
banned.
Let me check it out. See what we got?
VC7.
Yeah, I'm over here. You want me to go over audio or just the text?
Audio.
I need a fucking cigarette.
Burger King
Elizabeth-
foot lettuce.
Hey
What?
Elizabeth, you
Number
wanna know a secret?
15, Burger King
What's-
foot lettuce. The
what-
last thing you want in your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus.
That's pretty
Turns
gross,
out that
dude. I
might be
really
what
wouldn't
you
want
get.
that.
If I saw that damn thing in my living room, I'd stomp on it till it was a small brown stain.
Oh my gosh.
He's doing a meme. What did you say, Jake?
I don't know. I was just gonna say that I went to Muffin's house yesterday.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What happened?
I met his cat.
Nice.
What's his cat like?
Yeah, what's his cat like?
It's my parents' house, but yeah, he's an
Did you
angel.
fuck his cat?
I think I'm doing TE mastery right now, guys.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I think I'm mastering my trickster function.
I think
Guys,
I'm
love
getting
Muffin.
pissed off right now.
Look
Huh?
up the symbol
Good.
for the crown
Good.
chakra. It has eight thingies, and there's 8 cognitive functions.
You mean
The fuck is a chakra?
you mean the Christos oil? Is that what you're referring to?
Muffin, what is a chakra?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Elaborate.
Not that you're aware of.
Muffin, please elaborate. What is a chakra?
It's well, allegedly it's one of the energy centers that is in your body.
That sounds psychotic.
Yeah, it's pretty sexy.
Dude, does that mean you're opening your third eye?
Depends on the I mean, I'm not saying I'm not opening my third eye, but
You're just gonna math like that.
My third eye is very open lately.
that sounds like you're desperate.
Desperate for what?
For your third eye to open up.
No, what you say is that what the kids are calling it these days? And just leave it at that.
Oh, that's clever.
The
But-
symbol
Yeah,
for
exactly,
it is
right?
like
It's
an
simple,
eyeball,
it's
like an eyelid,
straightforward,
like
it
a.
just slaps
I
you in
don't
the
even,
face.
like-
Good joke.
Too many people.
When I think of third eye, I don't even know what to like. My brain goes to very bad places.
Okay, never mind. Let me shut my mouth.
What do you mean by that? Please elaborate.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what are these bad places?
tell us,
I want to
tell
learn
us.
more.
No.
Explain. What do you mean by that? Please explain.
Do you actually care?
I
don't,
kinda
but I
do. I'm
want him
interested.
to explain. I want him to continue.
To understand, you're a
Shut
Gemini.
up,
You should know how this works.
Me? Yes, I
Yeah.
know how I know how it works, but I don't know.
You know how
much.
just a sick dog. Never mind.
I don't know how much you know how it
Benny.
works. What are you doing to access your head chakra, your crown chakra?
I'm not actually doing that. I'm probably actually. Probably at the very like root. I don't know.
Do you actually
some
have a
private-
methodology to access your crown chakra?
If you understand the elements, you can understand the ways to get closer to it.
But okay, what's your method?
Is an element.
So you gotta understand the difference between the 4 elements in the occult, not in C.S. Joseph's system, but in the occult.
I don't know what the fuck the occult is.
I don't fuck with the occult.
Okay.
You know, it's
Well,
a thing.
I think that Christianity castrates itself by staying ignorant to the powers that be. And
Are you not a Christian anymore then?
I believe Jesus is the Most High, and I think we should all follow his example.
But do you think there's other gods?
Well, obviously, there's other lowercase g gods, yeah. It's evident to me.
Like the way you put that.
But Jupiter is the one that I worship, aka Jesus.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Interesting.
he's really.
Listen.
You want to call him a
Muffin-
name? It's better to call him
Jesus
Joshua.
was the ambassador of the
Yeah,
Piscean
sure,
age.
yeah.
I think
boy.
Muffin has a very interesting perspective on all this. Now, do I agree with it? No, but I think it's very
I
interesting.
don't expect
Yeah,
anybody
you-
to agree with me.
You
That's
you
why I
have the
kinda
cutting edge. You have the cutting edge knowledge and perspective.
Kind of digging
of
it.
Being
Interesting. I like.
nihilist. But anyway,
That's
Well,
literally
like-
the opposite of what Jupiter is. It's not the opposite of nihilism, like infinite hope and love and peace. in abundance.
No, I wasn't talking to you, dude.
Like,
Oh, okay,
hey,
my bad.
she was talking about. It was like you were hurting him, and he was like, no.
Oh my god, this conversation.
Basically, if you're looking at things from Jupiter's point of view, Satan or Saturn is the inverse of Jupiter, which is evil. But at the same time, Saturn has like good qualities too, like grounding people to the earth and like getting things done. For example, discipline.
Would you say that Saturn isn't?
So I'm saying Satan is not good in spiritual matters because he's literally the archetype of the world, the prince of the air, the prince of the physical world, air and earth. But then Jupiter is there's different categories. So if you put Saturn in your spirituality, yeah, you shouldn't worship Satan. But if you're in the military, or if you're trying to plant a garden and you need to be disciplined, then Satan can be your friend, aka Saturn. But spiritually, no.
So it's
Good
like
God.
an earthly and secular type thing. would you
Fascinating.
say?
Truly fascinating.
And if you haven't looked into the occult, I don't expect you to understand, like really get it, because I think you're going to be looking at it from a Piscean, fearful, purity point of view, where anything that isn't Jupiter is are demons.
Yes.
What if you're looking
That is
at
fair.
the
I'm
as
I'm
more
not
of a-
I'm not shitting on your soul
anything
here. I'm just
including-
saying that if you looked into it, you would probably have the same position as me.
I have no
Wait,
interest in
Muffin.
accessing the powers of Satan. I'll leave that to you.
Muffin. What if you're looking?
I don't
at
want to
it
access.
as
So
a-
you wait. Every time that you work out, you're accessing the powers of Satan.
No, that's not true.
When you make a disciplined routine, that's Saturn.
No, that's not true.
So wait, hold up.
How would you know? You don't know the occult.
This is a rhetorical argument. At its
I'm not interested in rhetoric. I'm trying to I'm trying to show you what I know.
I do
but
not.
It's okay.
Yeah, please.
I'm just
Wait,
you don't know you don't know what you do, and that's okay. I forgive you for not knowing what you do. It's fine.
That's good.
Hold up. Wait, Muffin. What if you don't follow any of that? What if you don't follow Jupiter?
You don't have to follow anything to basically. That's like saying, what if you don't follow the laws of gravity? Well, it still exists.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I love that.
Let
That's
me
great.
rephrase that then.
I love
Let me rephrase that then. What if you don't? What is the word? Conscribe.
listen, I actually don't even think I should have ended the conversation with Elizabeth earlier because I know it leads nowhere.
The conversation's already over, dude. Carry on.
Well, I'm just for future reference. If I end up talking about astrology with a Christian or somebody who doesn't want to think about it, somebody like I don't. Yeah,
I'm all
kind
for
of like
astrology. I'm not
I'm-
about
I'm deep-
worshipping Satan, though.
me neither. I don't worship Satan. I worship
just
Jesus.
interested in
You
the
said if
what
you're
if.
working out, you're worshipping Satan.
No,
You said
when I
utilize
say
it.
worship, you're energetically using the energy. The physical world is ruled by Saturn. Anytime you
agree.
restrict yourself for gains in the physical world, for example, material things or intellectual, logical things like technology, that is the realm of Saturn. We're heading into the Aquarian age dominated by Saturn, which is why technology is rising up. It's the air element, though. It's not the earth element. When you do this, when you are good at military training, you discipline yourself. I don't want the flag in the background. I'm sorry. But you discipline yourself. It's materialism over spirituality is the symbol of Saturn. So yes, you are sacrificing your spirit for the sake of getting material goals. But that's not good for your spirituality. Your spirituality, you want it to be the spiritual over the physical, which is Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just perspective. When you look at things from a Piscean perspective, anything that isn't 100% pure is a demon, which is fine. It's part of the archetypes, and every religion on the planet aligns with one of them.
See, that's where I would make the specification that the gods that you're worshiping aren't gods; they're demons.
I'm not worshiping gods. I'm worshiping.
Exactly.
I worship anything. It's Jesus.
I was gonna
But
say
you
he's
said you
not-
worship lower gods. Those are just demons.
No, I didn't. I
No,
said
he said
they
he
exist.
observed them. They exist. That's all.
I
he
didn't
said.
say I worship them. You're paranoia.
I am
He's not saying he
paranoia.
I wouldn't say
I'm
paranoia.
just saying you may have jumping to conclusions. I'm not worshiping. It's not like I don't worship the laws of physics. I just observe that they exist.
Yeah, that,
Okay,
his
so
point
you
was that they
acknowledge
exist,
you,
not that he worshipped them.
you
Yeah.
should acknowledge demons, so I do agree with that.
I think demons are real, and I think they're bad, and I'm anti-demon.
That's good.
I think Satan or Saturn has a point, but that doesn't mean you worship him spiritually. It means when you want to work for a corporation, you are selling part of your soul for materialism, and I don't think that's entirely bad. Because I don't think we should. I'm not a Gnostic. I don't think we need to completely leave Earth. I'm trying to be a good human being.
I hate that phrase, be a good human. I've seen that everywhere. It makes me so grossed out.
I'm
phrase.
on the side of the good, the true, the beautiful. That's what my
Oh no, I
my
was making a tangent. I absolutely
Oh, okay.
somebody had like a t-shirt today at the gym that said happy human, and I was like, why does that gross me out so much? And I realized it's because it's limiting your identity to your flesh. And I was like, ugh. I'm not just a human. Like that's not
Yeah.
the entirety of what I am. So don't say be a good human or happy human. That's basically saying I am just my bodily instincts and I'm just a walking bag of flesh. And I don't
that comes
subscribe
from
to that.
Saturn. That
Yep.
comes from Aquarius
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Capricorn.
I would like to say something real quick, and I feel like you are just a walking bag
But
of
it's good
flesh,
for
but
science.
you are aware of that, so you
No.
can choose to be more than that.
You're
now
not
you're
just a
watching,
walking bag
like,
of
you're-
flesh.
Hold on.
You're-
That is a
you-
can of worms you are opening, and I assure you, it won't be as fun as you think it will be to open that can. I'm just saying.
I don't do things because they're fun,
Thing-
first of all. I do things because
I'm
I
saying that
believe
to
in
him.
them. Okay.
I'm saying that to him. Saying that to him.
I get what you're saying, Vex, but I still think you are a walking bag of flesh, but you're conscious, you're aware,
Here
you're
we go
self-aware.
again.
You have the capability to make different decisions, so you're still a walking bag
It's
of
different.
flesh. You're just an intelligent walking bag of flesh.
So different
Oh,
contexts and
smart,
different
good
perspectives.
bag of flesh. But yeah.
I
go
mean,
ahead,
like,
From
sorry.
that
Satan's
doesn't mean you're
perspective,
good. That just
you're a bag
means
of
you're
flesh.
intelligent.
From
Intelligence doesn't mean good. You can be bad while being intelligent.
and
Go ahead.
different when somebody makes a value judgment, a lot of times, like for example, if you say Satan is bad, that's from a Piscean point of view of anything that isn't pure love is a demon, and it leads to a lot of delusion and paranoia. And so but then if you look at it from, so like saying you're just a bag of flesh will be bad spiritually, but it will be good in a science lab because Satan rules science, because it's about the physical world and the logical world of the air and the earth.
I guess
So if
you could say
for
I
example,
am pretty impure. I'm a very hedonistic and earthly person.
yeah,
So
he takes a more
I can tell.
Saturnian, energetic.
of course you can tell. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm smoking cigarettes. Of course.
That also
Oh.
lowers you to your root chakra, which is ruled by Saturn.
Yep.
Which I'm just pointing out the neutrality of. Well, I'm neutral, and you can see the bias within the two perspectives between Elizabeth and Elizabeth had a Jupiterian perspective, metaphysically speaking, and I'm not saying and Justice Sick Dog has like a Saturnian perspective, metaphysically speaking, and that's the war between Saturn and Jupiter.
It's interesting. You do bring up good points, although I mean, like, I can't say
It's a paradox, and both are right. It's a paradox. That's where we're trapped in between.
I get what you mean, Muffin, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if spirituality is the way to go about it. I mean, like, I'd say in plenty of cases, spirituality can be the way to go about it, but there's also plenty
I
of
see
cases where
science, honestly.
scientifically-
I actually have different categories. So in the area of life of spirituality, I worship Jesus. But in the area of life of science, I don't worship anything, because that's the area of life of science isn't about worshiping, it's about analyzing. So that's where Saturn is good. It's not, you got to have different categories, I think.
I see. Interesting. Okay.
People who have Jupiter in Capricorn are more likely to be Satanists than people who have Jupiter in Pisces. Because Jupiter is the sign of your spirituality.
What about somebody who has like something like Gemini rising and shit?
So that's a very complex topic. Basically, you lead with mercurial energy of, it's very like monkey playful, like, what about this? What about that? It's like, oh, I'm just throwing out questions here. It's like very argumentative energy. It's very logical and intellectual. It's basically TI and FE together, I think. Even if you're not a TI FE user, it's archetypally, it's like in the same realm of TI FE together. So it's like, but it's like playing around with morality. It's the archetype of a little boy who's asking questions and stirring up shit.
I fucking hate you because you're describing me and I'm a Gemini rising.
The rising sign is more important than the sun. If you look at the sun, especially if you're a female, I feel like the moon is more important than the sun. But the rising is really like, it's really contextual. You have to understand it. People don't dig deep enough to really understand it. But it's a thing. But I'm not mad at anybody if they don't believe it, because I didn't used to, and I don't expect anybody. It took me like 6 months to like figure out what parts of it is bullshit and what's like consistent with reality and my experience. So
I do believe in it. I also believe in numerology.
it's numerological. That's how it works. It's numerology basically.
Yeah.
I used to play the shit out of that game.
What?
I was watching Input Error play Tetris. I used to play the shit out of that game when I was an extra in the movie Dazed and Confused as like a 6th grader. I had a little Game Boy, the original one, the spinach color one, and I got to like levels 70 or some shit on fucking Tetris, which is insane.
I love Vex trying to switch topics, and I'm gonna feel.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to switch topics.
He doesn't have the intention to
One
do
last
that.
thing.
I guess
Just
so, but
being impulsive.
I'm gonna go with Vex on this and try and switch topics too. Vex, you ever play like Puyo Puyo Tetris or anything?
No, I heard only furries played that. Are you?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Hold up, no, it's like Tetris versus another Tetris player. It's like, you know, Tetris Online, except it's more one-on-one. Yeah.
The arcade cabinet that they originally had, some of them had like the 2-player mode, if I remember right. A lot of the single-player one, but I remember seeing the multiplayer one. It's fucking forever ago. Right? Right, Brain? Are you fucking making up shit? I don't think so.
I was one of the top 1,000 players in Puyo Puyo Tetris, like fucking people up in Tetris.
Oh, I was gonna challenge y'all to Tetris, but now I'm not gonna.
I mean,
y'all sound like you're
I
pretty.
have one more thing I want to say.
Huh?
That's
Are
okay.
you trying
I'd just like to close this off. In 2012, allegedly, or not allegedly, but according to the occult or whatever, astrology, we moved from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. The age of Pisces is the I believe age. Now we're going into the I know age of knowledge. And Aquarius is all about technology, and you can see how technology is taking over, basically. So the thing is, like, there's low and high sides to each. Like, the high side of this new age will be about we have technology, where all humans are trying to get along with each other's differences. The low side is domination and power, because Saturn, so like it's going to be technologically enslavement basically for the next 2,000 years allegedly. But the good thing is the previous age of Pisces of I believe, like, Jesus showed us the high side of that, of love. The low side of Pisces is infinite fear and calling everything a demon, and that's where you get the low side of Christianity, is burning witches, basically like, are you one of us? Are you one of us? You're not. Kill him. Burn him. Burn him. That's the low side of Pisces. And then before then there was the I am. The I am. That's why in the Old Testament God said I am. It was Aries. Before then it was Taurus, the golden calf. Abraham said, stop worshiping the golden calf. Okay. So know that you don't have to worship Satan, but he's going to be in power for the next 2,000 years, like the Bible. Some people think the Bible predicts, but
I'm completely fine with that. It is written. It's all written.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with you there, whoever the fuck was speaking. Who was it speaking?
What?
Was
We're
it,
gonna-
what? I can't see your name, shit, because I'm on my phone.
Are you
God
talking
damn it.
about
Muffin.
me?
Yeah,
Oh.
Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Her
I'm
name is
Elizabeth.
Floppy.
What?
I agree with you there.
Oh, that it's written?
I'm being mischievous.
I mean,
Jesus
not so
said,
much
"Be
that it's
wise
written,
as
I need
so
to
it's
upgrade.
it's like,
doves."
it seems reasonable.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine.
But I'm
I'm not
sure I'm also the
concerned.
youngest here. I'm sure I'm the most indoctrinated into that age.
How old are you?
19.
19.
Oh, yeah, you're pretty young. You sound like a Templar.
I sound like a Templar. What do you mean by
I
that?
think he's an ISFP.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
mad ISFP, bro.
I'm just listening to
That's
your voice, and you sound a lot like Templars that I know. You might actually
that's.
be, huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say something on like what they said about me sounding like an ISFP.
Sound cool.
I've heard ISFP, ESFP, and ENFP. Those are the three
Alright,
that I
what do
agree with the most.
Pumpkinhead, you should work on cars for a living.
I've thought about that. I know
You
a
should.
little bit about cars, but I don't know too much. I used to be in school for HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and AC. But
Yep.
I'm familiar.
Do whatever makes money and whatever
You can make
is
money
like
doing that. Yeah.
aesthetic,
Sorry.
if you can.
Although, hey, how well do you do with the attics? Did you actually go through it and apply some of it, or what?
I went through and applied with it in a controlled environment where I wasn't in a hot attic. I was in a conditioned environment. I could not deal with the heat of an attic, the heat and dustiness of an attic. I cannot deal with that.
Man, I rock that shit.
I can't. That's too uncomfortable to me. That's where I think like the ENFP comes in. My SI is a bit there.
I see.
Even if my SI isn't there all the way, it's there enough.
I see. I well, either way, I enjoy you, so that's good. I'm glad when I'm always relieved when somebody comes into the server and I don't hate them. That's always nice.
Comes into this server. I've been here for a minute.
Oh, I haven't seen you before.
Minute.
I just change my profile all the time. I change my aesthetic and account names and all that shit all the time.
How involved in the community are you, and are you involved in any special interest groups yet?
No, I hate all of the special interest groups.
That sounds like it's very unlikely that the case is that you've tried all of them and decided that way that you hate all the special interest groups.
I'll say I have not tried them whatsoever, but like just from surface level stuff.
Exactly.
I despise them from surface level stuff.
Sounds like you don't have many special interests.
Probably not. Most of it, as I am fairly mentally ill.
Yeah, I'm part of the relationships special interest groups, or AKA this sex special interest group, and that one gets, yeah, I know. And I love that special interest group. I feel like I'm doing a lot of good there for other women.
I feel like I want to be a part of a special interest group.
You're too cool. I don't have any interest. Get out of here.
I'm not interested in any of you bitches.
Yeah.
Because the conversation's somewhat interesting. I hate everything CSJ says.
Why are you here then?
You're in the right place for that.
I literally just said why I'm here.
Sorry, I didn't.
Because I find some of the conversations interesting.
Oh, okay.
You know, I like a lot of the typology servers for that purpose too. I mean, I have nothing against the typing systems, and I think they could be useful. Largely, I'm here for the conversations, but if people start talking about typology, it's not. I'm not trying to step on anybody's feet, because I'm like, that's what the server is for.
Yeah.
I get you. I agree with that. Like, I mean, I hate typology. I think it can be useful for yourself, but for the most part, I think it's pretty useless. It is a pseudoscience after all.
Well, here's the thing. In order to make it useful, and look, this is what it comes down to. It has to somehow be tied to, if it's applied, say, to your business, you actually are more profitable. Once you hit that point, it's like, well, you got the hard numbers here. You know what I mean?
Y'all are
And
grumblers.
no, I'm not being grumblish. I'm
I'm a
trying to go up against.
grumpy, pessimistic
No,
fuck.
I'm not saying that you're angry. I'm saying that you are classified as a grumbler. And if Chase was following the Robert Greene laws of power, then you wouldn't be here.
That's why I avoid Chase.
No, I like Chase. He's cool. What are you talking about?
No, I hate that man.
Why are you here?
Why am I here again?
You're in
Because
his group. This is
because
his. Okay.
I find some of the conversations interesting. I
You're-
hate the man.
I have so many problems.
Yeah,
with
whatever
this.
works, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
Let's
this is
blow your head
not.
off.
This is not okay. Like, if I was running this group and I found you, I would kick you the fuck out. Just
I'd be
saying.
fine with it.
Like, nobody is allowed to be in my group if they hate me and are against me. Seriously.
I understand.
I'm not
Now, listen,
spreading like anything to be like, oh, this man is terrible. I just don't like the dude. Like, I
Hey,
think
listen.
he's kind of shitty.
You
but
said
I mean,
you hate him, dude.
No, but I mean, like, I'm not spreading anything against him. I'm just here to listen to shit. Usually,
Okay.
I don't spread shit against him. I'm just here to listen mostly.
Peace out.
Alright, see you, Jake.
Later.
Bye, Jake.
Oh, he left. I
Mm.
was gonna say,
Hello.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's it. It's nice to have detractors, alright? Because it gives you something to go against. It shows durability in your beliefs. If you always push all detractors out, now don't get me wrong, if someone's just going over the top, just shitting all over everything to the point where there can't be even a discussion, that's one thing. Then they're a disruptive influence. But detractors create an opportunity to make whatever it is you're working on more durable, or show how durable it is, so it's actually kind of useful.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, but with that, not within the confines of your community.
It can be. No, it can be, because then people in the community will be like, well, what about this? And either they have good points or bad points, and eventually it's going to get back to you, refined in some form. Yeah, there's going to be the dumb drama, who cares about that? But you're going to have to think about those things and go, huh, so do I need to do some minor alterations to this? Or, upon thinking about it, do I have a response? And it helps you to be
Open-minded?
It's not about being open-minded. It's about the world can tear you apart if you're not ready.
Important, okay.
Let the world
Sure.
come at you in controlled ways, and then if the world ever comes at you as a whole, maybe you'll be ready for it.
Within the
is constantly
boundaries.
adapting. You can't stick at one point and be closed-minded.
Motivational speech looking ass.
No, I don't believe that you ought to exist within these boundaries. You ought to exist out of the boundaries of
That
this
sounds
community.
like some open-mindedness shit.
No, it's not.
I disagree.
Okay.
Well, if you want to be closed-minded about it, fine. Disagree.
What were you gonna say, Kates?
Just because you dislike someone doesn't mean that you don't want to learn from them.
Yeah, not in the context of your close community, though.
Well, again, am I spreading anything about Chase? Am
Yeah,
I
this is the
saying
open
shit
side.
about Chase?
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't like Chase. I'm not saying anything about him. I'm just saying I don't like him.
Look, I'm not
Have
gonna
I done
get you in
anything harmful
trouble.
at all?
I'm not gonna get you in trouble. I'm not gonna tattle on you, but I mean, maybe
You
I
can.
Be
should.
careful, you can't have opinions here.
Fuck opinions. I'm right.
The amount of people in this server who don't agree with Chase is insane. That don't admit it in
Yeah,
here.
I don't agree with that either personally, but I'm just saying that's not how I would run my community. The norm is that he does want to be quote unquote open-minded and have his enemies surround him, which fair enough, that's a different strategy. I wouldn't use that strategy. But it's his judgment call and I respect it.
Maybe he's trying to avoid like an echo chamber.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, but that's just peer pressure, honestly.
I would say it's
but it
important
works.
to avoid an echo chamber. Echo
Yeah, you
chambers are
would, because it
unhealthy.
benefits you.
But echo chambers are unhealthy. I don't want to sit there surrounded by my own
You
fucking
just have
beliefs.
to have the right
Someone
boundaries.
removed all the people who they didn't like from the server or who didn't like them. I wouldn't respect them. Like no, because I would see them as weak.
I have no idea what you just said.
I like your accent. Where you from?
If someone removed everyone who disliked them from their server, if it was a big server like this one, then I really wouldn't respect them because I would see it as them wanting to be enabled and to switch.
See, the problem with that is when you have a whole bunch of people in your server that are just disparaging what you're trying to do.
Disparaging.
Okay.
There's big difference between disliking someone and still treating them as a rational human being and treating them well, and someone who is just comes to the server to shit on someone. There's a huge difference.
Like, the only reason I mentioned Chase is because we started talking about the server and whatnot. Other than that, I have no interest in mentioning him.
Like, that you don't like someone doesn't automatically that they're your enemy. Like, I kind of dislike my half-brother, but I would still defend him.
I agree.
To the end of Earth.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. I just don't think that's the case here.
Okay.
And the reason that I think that that isn't good for a community is because if you're trying to achieve a goal and you have a whole bunch of people that are in your community grumbling, that slows the momentum of achieving your goal. There becomes a whole bunch of conspiring and just like so many opportunities for a pocket of betrayers or traitors in your community conspiring and then splintering off and creating their own thing with intelligence gathered. So and that has recently happened, so
I was about to say, you say that, but I mean, like, I'm sitting here openly saying it. I have no intention for that shit, which, I mean, you can only trust my word on that.
Yeah, most of the double agents will be a lot more covert, though. Typically.
Exactly. I'm not a double agent. I'm here for myself.
Not always, but
I don't
typically.
give a
That's why I
fuck.
said typically, yeah.
Like, the entire typology community, whether it's Chasers, whether it's any typology server, is widely hated by a lot of people. And that's not just like a weird thing to say. That is genuinely the truth. It is hated by a lot of people.
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying,
People hate
like,
a lot
if
of
you're a
shit.
double agent, you're probably gonna come in here and pretend like you are that, like you are a part of it, just to gain information, compared to somebody who is in here with an interest in it and who actively is just like, you know, I don't agree, but like, let's go with it, you know?
I understand what you're saying, but there is more than one way to skin a cat. You shouldn't rule somebody out just because.
Why?
That's what I was saying. You can only take my word on that. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, this is.
I mean, I've seen some people do some sketchy shit, you know? Like, you'll have somebody join a server, and then they'll make, like, a little side server, and they'll just start inviting people, and people will be like, oh, okay.
doxing everybody in the other server.
That's one, but here's another one. They'll be like, hey, join my server, guys, yeah. I need some people, and, like, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll throw you an ad, so you just got some people on your
I
server.
don't know if any of
And
y'all
then-
know Liberty.
Well, let me finish.
Do any of
Almost
y'all
done.
know...
I'm almost
yeah.
done. Give me just sorry.
Sorry,
So then
no,
they'll
I'm
mod everyone, and they'll post a shit ton of shit to get the server taken off. And there's such a low engagement because people they're like, it's just a little side server. But when it gets banned, all the mods get banned, and they didn't do shit. It's like, fuck. That's the kind of shit that's fucked up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do any of y'all here know who Liberty is?
I do not.
No, is that the
So-
guy that's into cyber security?
Cybersecurity, we'll say that. Definitely not a doxer type person, you know?
I mean, if it's the guy I'm
bullshit
thinking of,
person.
he talks about doxing and shit.
He's in the jungle. He has his own server with, like, fucking people like Coco Chanel being, admins and shit, and they're all, like, doxers and shit. It's bullshit. They're all dumbasses, and I hate them all.
Yeah, a bunch of kids, you know, it is what it is.
But it's like that's that type of shit I don't fuck with either. Like that's some bullshit, and I hate those people too, just as much as I hate Chase. It's like I'm here for my own reasons, just to gather information. I don't give a fuck about what happens here.
Gather information.
Gather
I want things to be
gather
positive.
information for myself. Okay, I don't mean gather information for anybody other than myself.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
think if you were gathering it for others, that's exactly what you would say.
I want to have a good time. I want to give a good time. I don't want to step on anybody's feet if they're. I really don't want to step on anyone's feet, but I can get a little over the top with the extroverted energy sometimes. I try not to do that, but you know, I like to connect with people. I like authentic connections.
Exactly, and I feel like people in this server tend to be authentic.
Yeah.
So I tend to enjoy coming into conversations here. That's why I joined this server. Because I feel like the people in this server tend to be more authentic than a lot of the other MBTI or Socionics or whatever the fuck they are servers, typology servers.
Yeah, it's because
Like, I feel like
we actually have a goal here and we're like united. So
Valid. I wouldn't say I'm united, but I do have my own very personal goal where I'm just trying to, you know, listen to what the fuck people have to say.
that's a good goal.
Yeah, this is my first and only typology server, but I guess because
Interesting.
I was never into it before I joined this one, and then I'm like, okay, I think this is.
That's very surprising.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's not been around the houses, but has been to a bunch, and then they kind of settle on one. But no, I wasn't into it before, and then eventually I kind of stumbled across this. Right now, I think this is worth learning a little bit from.
Honestly, the only typology server I've settled on is Love Who, fucking Nathan Glass's server, and that's just because the people there are chilling. It's like it doesn't matter what the fuck you talk about; they don't give a fuck. But that's the only reason why I've settled there. Other than that, it's like I hop around the typology servers just to see what people have to say and think, just in general. That's why I'm in like the Youngle, I'm in Egohackers, I'm in Love Who, I'm in what is it? What's Keys server? Whatever Keys server is, I'm in fucking Celestia, like all that shit. I'm in all of them.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I go for a sniper laser beam, hard focus on one.
If I get too bored on another server, not to be rude to them, I'll try not to just ditch them, but I'll be like, check you guys a little later, and I'll jump over to, you know, where I will resonate, where I can give and receive, and kind of like a nice little resonance. I love that.
It's because it's like so many Discord servers I'll join in and they're just talking about bullshit and I just don't vibe with it. But then like also plenty of the typology servers I'll join in. Sometimes I can vibe with the conversations, other times the conversations are just too much for me. They're too I don't want to use the word intellectual, but they're too like what is the I don't know what the word would I guess
convoluted.
Yeah, no, it is
Convoluted.
like it is pretty much intellectual because that's what you call it when they just masturbate on their own intelligence or their own perceived intelligence. Really,
I like this nice in between where people are self-aware that they're not necessarily, you know, correct, but they have some understanding of what they're talking about. You know, that's what I like. That's why I like the typology servers, but at the same time it's like, I hate them because sometimes it just gets to be too much where they're like, too intellectual, too much like, this is correct.
Dogmatic, maybe.
Yeah, dogmatic. Yes, I love that word. I mean, I hate that word, but I love it because it describes so many things.
Yeah. People do tend to become dogmatic about their beliefs. That is true.
Don't you mean canine-matic?
That is what an intellectual would
Shut
say.
up, Vex. Shut the fuck up.
I was making a joke. Fuck you.
I know you are. That's why I'm saying shut the fuck up while laughing.
Fucking Vex, man.
Oh,
You know, I've almost killed people. I've literally almost killed people with my sense of humor in the past. This is not a lie.
You murdered.
I'm actually an assassin. I'm a comedy-based assassin. One of you here is my target.
I hate you, Vex. I hate you so much.
Well, be careful when the dad jokes start coming out.
Oh, I love dad jokes.
Yeah, not everybody's mature enough to appreciate those.
You don't have to be mature to appreciate dad jokes. Do I seem like I'm mature?
Yeah, you do. Properly.
I do? Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's surprising. Shit.
No, there's that wonky growth of stuff. That is all. That is all. I'm so serious. I'm cool. And then there's you and Vexodus kinda make your stuff where you just you're just base.
Oh,
base.
You're adorable,
I mean,
Kate.
thank you, Kate, but... Thank you.
What's up,
thank you.
Toast?
I'll go with
Nobody
that.
said hi to Toast. He's been sitting there. And nobody's
Oh,
been
man.
like, oh, it's our friend Toast.
Oh my god, it's Toast. I love Toast. Toast is cool as fuck. Toast is based.
Toast.
It's motherfucking your boy Toast.
Toast genuinely is based. I like Toast. Okay?
My jaw hurts.
Your jaw hurts.
No,
Have
Seth,
you
look,
been on
you gotta
that
be
fucking MDMA?
careful when you're getting LSD. If you get the bad stuff, you'll get the hurt jaw. I mean, we're both making the same joke.
Fucking research chemicals.
You do research chemicals or you
yeah.
don't?
No, I don't do any psychedelics anymore. I've had a very traumatic experience last time I did psychedelics, and I can't be around them without having a panic attack.
What
Yo,
did you?
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can I ask
What's your
a question?
question, Toast?
You're talking about people getting information for other people. What would they be doing with that information? It's a Discord server.
It
I don't understand.
depends. So, like, you have
I'm with
Discord
Toast
servers
on
like this
that.
who are pushing a message or pushing an agenda. I say pushing an agenda. I mean, it's kind of like they're pushing some sort of thing, right? Like, such as
Chase
CSJ
isn't hiding
server.
anything. There's nothing
And
to
then
hide.
you
can look on his
have
channel.
but like, hold up. So you have servers like Chases, which they are definitely pushing some sort of like thing going along, right? And then you have a server like Love Who, which is just there for the sake of being there. And so it's like a server like Love Who is the type of server that maybe wants to get rid of some sort of server that's pushing a full-on idea, full-on dogmatic ideology of something.
But I mean, the mission statement of this server is pretty open. You haven't got to spy to understand that. You know, it's like it's on the channel basically. If you watch his content, you'll know what the mission statement is. There's nothing to really. There's no real information you can take away from it that will be able to sabotage anything, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like, what is on this server is the same as what Chase puts out.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, what spying are you doing? What are you taking?
There is,
What would you be
there is no
taking?
spying to be done in this server. There is no spying to be done.
What are you gonna do?
Deadass.
Like, Elizabeth, can you tell me what would someone do with the information? What would
We
someone
don't need to go back there. We already had this whole conversation. We don't need to go back there.
Fair enough. I don't know. I find that weird.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Toast. But we don't need to go back there.
I mean, one thing about this, it's a bit culty, but that's it. It's a little bit culty, but that's
You
it.
can't spell culture
Tiny little
without
bit.
cult.
Yeah, no problem.
Server is so fucking like everybody in every single server says this server is a cult. And
It
it's
is.
crazy. I mean, I kind of agree with him to an extent, but at the same time, it's like I feel like people in the server are self-aware that
I
to
really
where they
don't think we
understand
should
it's
have
not
called.
entirely they should be following it. You know?
We know we're in a cult.
But I haven't seen enough to tell me it's a cult.
Yes, Toast.
Yeah.
It's like I would agree. This server is culty, but at the same time, y'all all seem self-aware to where y'all know what's going on. You know?
Yeah. It's very public what's going on here, so there's no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a Chase is indoctrinating y'all. It seems more like a everybody agrees, which
Yeah,
is
it's
valid.
voluntary.
I mean, that's yeah.
We don't even all
that's
agree.
valid.
We don't even agree. We just respect it.
Very obvious pushback here, so it's like it's not like it's oh, you don't agree with me? Get out of here.
Get out of here, you fucking disagreeable
Like
cunt.
leave before you're too far gone.
Okay.
It's just a join if you agree, which I respect that. Honestly, I do respect that. I don't entirely agree with it, but I respect it.
You don't even need to agree in the first place. You just come here.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you mean, Toast.
Yeah, it's just like it's a nice social community.
Yeah.
I would like to say it's just a nice social community, but there's some stuff where y'all seem to influence each other's, not necessarily beliefs, but like, functions in life, you know? Like, with the whole, like, there's the whole, what is it? Freudian sexuality, which is, I mean, isn't about sex, it's about relationships. But still, like, stuff like that, that is very much y'all agree with each other on that's a way to go.
No, not really, not really.
We argue
There's a lot of people that don't agree.
I see that. I've been in there. I see the arguments, but it's still like y'all are trying to come to a consistent consensus, correct? Y'all are trying to.
Yeah. That's how
That's what I mean.
Arguments, huh? More like argue can'ts. That joke makes no sense. You're welcome.
Thanks. Thank you, Vexen.
Like, I'm not saying
that
any of this in a judgmental way, and I'm very sorry if I seem judgmental. I'm not trying to be.
It's your job to judge.
I tend to be a critical person.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It promotes that here. I'm pretty sure we promote being critical. I mean they promote. I'm not, I'm not representative or anything, but
Yeah, it's your dude. You're free to judge, and it's probably your job to judge. So.
It's a good thing if anything.
Huh?
Me, the fucking 19-year-old alcoholic, I'm the one to judge.
Well, you're going to judge. Let's say it's your impulse to judge.
What's it? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Is that a saying?
Yeah, that is a saying.
Yeah, so it's like. What happened to Muffin, man? What happened? He froze.
Fuck.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
No. But yes.
Alcohol is not a good thing, young man. You should stop
Drugs
drinking.
are not a good thing. Alcohol is the least of my worries.
Whoa, what drugs are you taking, young boy?
What drugs am I? Oh, okay, actually, I
What
will
drugs
say
isn't he taking?
I've gotten off a lot of the drugs I was on. I was taking codeine, Xanax, shit like that, like a bunch of benzos and opioids. But I've gotten off those, and now I just drink. I dealt with cannabis-induced psychosis, which was a bitch, and I don't smoke anymore because of that.
It's fun. It's fun.
No, I was smoking like an ounce of weed a day, and it just induced psychosis in me, so I don't smoke anymore because I don't want to deal with that.
How'd you do an ounce?
How did I do an ounce? Because I knew people. I fucking made friends, and I talked to people, and, managed out deals and shit.
The most I could do was like a quarter a week. How could you do an ounce in a day?
You mean how did I smoke? Because I smoked all the time. My voice
He
was
built a
fucked.
tolerance.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Dude,
Hey,
if I
Muffin,
did a
Muffin,
little...
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thank you for asking.
Muffin's a cutie.
I got my
I love Muffin love.
chicken
What you eating?
and frozen veggies.
Oh my
It's pretty
god,
awesome.
Muffin! Oh my
Honestly,
god, that is so
Bro,
suck
OMG,
Muffin's
you literally, You get a food processor. You just put oats and onion powder in it, and then you dip a thing in egg, chicken breast and egg, and then you just bake it. And you get chicken nuggies every day for your protein.
Oats on the coast.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Toast
Oats on the coast.
And then I eat chili and like spaghetti made from chickpeas, and with like ground beef in it, so there's like more protein.
Spaghetti made from beans.
And then
Y'all talk shit about me while I'm gone. I'll be.
what? Are you talking shit?
That not dog spit. That dog. What's his name?
Alright, buddy, I'll feed you.
Just a sick dog?
Are you
Nah,
talking
nah,
shit,
he's
bro?
fucking. He's a fucking prick. I hate that guy.
Yeah, he is.
Don't
Raffle
you
ENFP,
chill out?
Raffle ENFP.
You're trying to chill out your
He actually
body.
might be desecrating ESFP.
Your body
Come
just
in,
wants
come in here,
like.
doing all this nonsense.
Where do you have to eat it?
Speaking in a deep voice, waste of space. Taking drugs.
Whoa.
Degenerate.
Well, can't agree.
Okay, I gotta go
can't
eat. Alright, I'll
disagree
be
with
back.
you there.
I love you.
Welcome. I mean, bye bye.
My buddy's yelling at me to eat, so I can only push it off so far. Gotta go.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay. Have a good meal.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Where else?
Y'all have fun. You and the gang have fun without me.
No,
He's gone.
no, Vex.
Completely gone. That's sad.
I love how this guy's just playing chess. Just chilling. He's just chilling.
I feel like that always happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just chilled. He played Tetris before. Like, I love that, man.
Okay.
Are you-
Yeah, Elizabeth, why
Toast.
are you such a...
How you doing?
Just coasted. All good.
Yeah, he was about
That's
to
good.
insult me. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna insult you. I was gonna say, how come you're such a pundit for CSJ?
A pundit?
Yeah, I don't insult people. It's a bit of...
Why am I
I
such
don't
a
insult
pundit
people.
for CSJ? I mean, I just
Yeah.
happen to align with him on a lot of things, but more.
You agree with polygamy?
Yes,
Abundant.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
but more to the point, I just have a lot of opinions on how I would maintain a group in general. And
So you
Sounds
don't
like
want any
sounds very
you don't want any
Saturnian to
pushback on
me.
your- You don't want any pushback on your ideas if it was your community.
yeah,
Well, what's the point of that?
to maintain a community so we can keep moving forward.
Yeah, but
That's the good side of Saturn. Is it keeps
You need
order.
a wet, you need a
That
whetstone.
sounds culty.
Of course
You
it
need a
is. You
whetstone.
can't. You can't.
You need a whetstone. You can't refine your ideas unless you've got some sort of, something rubbing against it.
I would need to see results in order to test the validity of that.
I mean, that's how all philosophy comes out. People debate. That's how all viable philosophy comes out. You have to debate it first.
No, I do
Toast
not
isn't
know.
any. If Toast
No?
isn't any user,
I
he's
do not
ENFP
know.
confirmed.
You don't
In my
agree
opinion.
with that? You don't.
I
think
said I
things should be
don't
sharpened?
know. I don't. You're
don't
begging.
know?
You're begging a question, and I cannot confirm that that is actually a valid claim.
That thing. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's all. I've maintained groups before for a long time, and I have my own ideas of what works, and a lot of what people do goes against that, and I go against what other people do, and I see different results. That's my reason for saying what I say.
I wonder if
I mean,
there's
like-
a difference there between female groups and male groups.
It wasn't a female group.
Okay.
It
What's
was
the
a
group for?
mixed- It was a mixed group, and it was just pretty much for CSJ like theory, while he had shut down his Discord.
Okay.
It was Aquarian in nature.
I suppose. I don't know much about the categories that you used for astrology. I'm not familiar. Chase has taught me. Chase has taught me more than any other person on the earth. I'm reading the YouTube chat right now
Oh.
because
I love the.
I was just saying, like, that's where Saturn would be good. within making rules and stuff.
Oh,
Because it leads to spiritual death, like people can't express themselves, but it relates to earthly order. So I think it's neutral. That's like an example. I'm sorry, I'm T trickstering. I can't explain things very well.
You're alright. I was
Anyway,
bouncing it around
If
in
we
my
start
head.
talking
all I can
astrology,
say-
I'm leaving, by the way.
all I can say is a good sword.
Well, we
needs to
were
be
continuing.
sharpened. That's
Never
how a
mind.
good sword works.
That's a lot of analogies.
Yeah, but I think you get what I'm saying. It's better to put it in a metaphor. It's easier
Yeah,
to.
I understand that you're making a certain claim,
That
and it's a
would-
claim that everybody makes, that you need to have enemies inside your community because then you won't be open-minded
Not
if you don't have the
enemies.
enemies.
Not enemies.
It's drippy
It's
as
not
fuck.
enemies
Controlled
either.
opposition.
These aren't enemies. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
no one
this
is an
is
enemy.
okay. Whatever you want to call them, you want to call them different things to soften what their intentions are.
No, that's very black and white of you to say they're enemies. That's very, very black and white.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
So if I'm a friend of yours and I challenge your idea, am I your enemy?
No, if you openly say that you hate me,
really ugly dress.
if you openly say that you hate me, you are declaring me as your enemy.
Has anyone said they hate anyone? yet?
Yes, the dude said that he hated CSJ.
You said they hate. Who said he disliked him?
No, he said he hated him.
He said
Several
he hit a few
times.
in fairness. I don't know if he meant it to be that strong, but he specifically used the word hate. But again, he's drunk. He might have just meant I don't like some of what he says. But
Yeah, is it Chase as a person or Chase as his ideas?
It doesn't matter.
I don't think he
It
specified.
doesn't matter. Okay. Well, for
I think it
someone
matters.
for an ENTP, you're very concrete.
Okay, that means nothing to me.
She's very
Okay, then.
socially developed.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
She's more faithful than the average ENTP.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I do realize.
Anyway, I like Chase's.
Yeah, I do realize how I come off to the average person, but my aim is not to appeal to the average person. I have different aims.
He also
What
said she was
are
very
your
black and white,
deadlines?
which is very TIFE.
Elizabeth.
If you don't mind,
Do you
if you
think
don't mind,
I'm the enemy
what
of
do you-
CSJ?
Do you hate him?
No.
Then no. Also,
I
it's time for
have-
me to go to bed.